The podcast where we discover inspiration, motivation, and information to help you live your best life. I'm your host, Celena, aka Sunshine, and each week we'll dive into conversations with guests who share their testimonies, insights, and advice. We'll explore topics that uplift, encourage, and empower you to be the best version of yourself you can be. So tune in and let's have some fun while we explore all that life has to offer. Keep it smiling, sunshine, and let's go. Hey, sunshine. Hey, sunshine. Welcome to Conversations with Celena. If this is your first time, I just want to welcome you on in. And if you are returning, you know how I feel about my Conversations with Celena community. I love you all and thank you for your continued support. So we are going to jump like head first into this. Can't nobody tell it like the person themselves can tell us. So I'm gonna let Konfident Diva. We have been so hyped and excited about tonight's show. I hope that you all can feel the energy through the computer, phone, whatever device you're using. If you can't feel this energy, you need to go back to bed and try it all over again because we are truly hyped on tonight. So Kira, thank you so much for joining me tonight on Conversations with Celena.
Yes,
a little bit about you.
Yes. So, well, before I jump into that, I have to share how we even like kind of bumped into each other on social media. It did take me by surprise. I'm just doing what I do, posting on my Konfident Diva page, and Celena commented and said, "I absolutely love your energy. You have to come on my show." And I was taken back, like, let's do it. You know what I mean? Immediately I felt her sincerity when she commented that. And literally for like the last month and a half, maybe two, it's just been amazing. We get on the phone, we have conversations that are encouraging to each other as entrepreneurs. So thank you for this opportunity tonight. I do appreciate you. So Konfident Diva, first of all, I am Kira Shug Fears, and I am the CEO and owner of Konfident Diva, which is a women's empowerment and beauty brand. And basically what our goal is we want to inspire and encourage women to be able to beautifully enhance their confidence within. So my thought process is everyone has some level of confidence. Some people exude it. Some people are a little maybe introverted and a little quiet about it. But, the purpose of Konfident Diva is we want everyone to learn how to love themselves from the inside out and to embrace that theory and to embrace that mindset. And that's literally what my brand represents.
Awesome. I love it.
Thank you.
I could see the confidence through you. You know what I mean? And like you're saying, we all have some level, but it's like, to me, this is my personal opinion, based on some of the things that you have experienced, it causes you to be more introverted. Even when you didn't start out that way, you become an introvert based on comments, bullying, just things that happen.
Yes.
You start to doubt yourself and words that people speak over you, and even you speak over yourself. Sometimes you struggle with our confidence. So I love what you're doing and how you're encouraging us to become our most confident self.
Yes.
You know, so
and I will say that, often I've been in other interviews and they say, well, have you always been, this forthcoming and this, excited about being so confident? And my answer is no.
Right.
I was not always, this confident woman. And I would have to say, like, in my 20s and growing up, your teenage years, listen, my self-esteem was not where it needed to be. I didn't always get all the boyfriends. I've always been a curvy girl my whole life. So, I didn't experience, all of that while I was growing up. And it did take a toll on my self-esteem. You don't feel like you're pretty. You don't feel like you're beautiful or anything like that. And I kind of even went through some, I don't want to call it, it was like verbal abuse in my 20s, in a relationship and things like that. So you just feel like you don't have worth. right?
Mhm.
And that's why I really, really express in when I'm talking to people and even in my posts, like, you are worthy, you have worth. Self-love is so important. And I will be honest with you, for me, it didn't start to kind of grow or be fed until my relationship with God changed. And that's my story. Like in my mid 20s is when I began to see that when I spend time with God and I know that He loved me and I was created in His image, then I literally learned, I am beautiful. I am confident. I am who He says that I am.
Mhm.
And although my brand is not a kingdom brand, I'm not ashamed about talking about God within my brand, because He's a part of my life. And so that is literally how I began to get my confidence, just by being in the Word and praying and just getting close to God and having a relationship with Him. It literally made a difference for me. And I have a lot of people always ask, well, how are you so confident? How are you this? And how are you this? How are you that? I'm very inspirational. Try to encourage everybody. And I just believe it's the gift. God gives us gifts. And I know that He gave me the gift to inspire and the gift to encourage people. And I would have to say, it was kind of during the pandemic where, well, first of all, I've always had a job since I was 24, with the Fortune 500 company, and was a supervisor for 18 years in that company. But even in that, during COVID and the pandemic, I just really started, because we're in the house with our thoughts, right? Like everybody else was in the world.
Scared to death, don't know what to do.
And I literally was like, there's got to be more to life than what I'm doing. That's really where my brand came from. And I was like, God, what am I passionate about? What else can I do that I know that will give me purpose on this earth? And initially, I wanted to just launch a makeup brand. And as you can see, things kind of pivoted halfway through before I even launched. And the women's empowerment, he literally God poured that into me, was like, okay, this is where I want you to go first, because the women need to understand how to be confident before they put on a lash, some lip gloss, or anything, right? So that's
From the
kind of how I
inside.
redirected.
Yeah, from the inside.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. So that's really where it all began. And so I've been in business since, officially, I launched on my 50th birthday, which was November 24th of 2023.
Wow.
And I just hit my 1 year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. And listen, it's been amazing. I just know that God has so much more in store. There's so many things that are going to be a part of the Confident Diva brand, and looking forward to it. And you and I have talked about a few of those things that are coming, but it's awesome. And I'm grateful that He's using me to be able to speak to and encourage so many women. Just recently, I know you saw that I launched doing confident conversations,
Okay,
and
girl.
yes, and hopefully you can join us this time, I should say, on
Yes.
February 15th at 8 p.m. on the Confident Diva page. But essentially, we're speaking on one topic of, things that we struggle with as women. And last month we talked about confidence. And I loved that the women took the opportunity that joined to literally just tell their truth. I have to be honest with you. I was very, how sometimes in a live, people don't always, sometimes they'll sit there, they don't have much to say. But the women were like, I've always struggled with confidence. I don't feel like I have any confidence. I mean, they were just like, and I was like, God, this is what you're using me to do, because I was able to speak into those women and give them affirmations. And I know we're big on affirmations, you and I.
Love them.
Yes. And it was just awesome. So I know that because the first one went so well, that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And so He just confirmed it. And so, yeah, our next one, because it's the month of love, we'll be focusing on self-love as the topic, ways that we can do it, ways that we can sabotage it, and things like that. And so the February 15th is our next confident conversation at 8 p.m. So I can't
Okay.
wait to see you there.
Yes. Come on over so Confident Diva can encourage us. Um,
Yes.
and so what was I, girl? You done said so much. I don't even know where to go back and start. Like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do before we jump back into what you were saying.
Yeah.
We just want to say hello to a few of the people.
Okay.
Vanessa, hey Vanessa. Hey TJ.
Hi,
Hey
y'all.
Patrice. Hey Liz. And this is, I'm gonna say Miss Lewis because I don't like messing up people's names, so I'm not gonna do that. Miss Turner. Do you know her?
Yes, she lives here in Wilmington. That's my sister. Hey, Tara. Thanks for joining.
Okay, sister. How you doing, Tara? Let's see. Miss Sharon, she's from Florida.
Hey, Sharon.
Patrice is in Georgia.
Okay.
Let's see, where else we got? Liz is in the DC area.
Okay. Hey, Liz.
I know, right? Mississippi. TJ is Louisiana. So y'all come on through, people.
Yes. Okay. Good to see everybody. I'm so glad you guys joined tonight.
Yes, yes. Okay, she says MD, Maryland. All right. So listen, y'all do us a favor. We're going to take us a quick break because I did not give you all an opportunity to share because we definitely want Confident Diva to be out there spreading all of that confidence. And y'all know Sunshine want to spread some sunshine. So y'all share and we will be right back. Share the video, share the love, share the confidence.
Yes, absolutely.
Hang tight, my sunshine. Conversations with Celena. We'll be right back. Hey, sunshine. Yay! Some of those dates have already happened, but that's okay. We're gonna update those.
Listen, I'm here for the little commercial break. I am here for that.
Yes. Okay,
That was pretty cool.
Okay, Tennessee. Thank you for joining. Tennessee in the house.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Okay, your sister says she shared on her Facebook page.
Thank you, Tara. Thanks for sharing.
Yes, so since the commercial, that reminds me, if y'all want to sponsor an episode, if you want to share names of businesses, people for the Sunshine Shout Out, be sure to do that. I did miss last night, which was the Friday Night Foodie. I eat every day, but I think I decided that the Friday Night Foodie might needs to be every other Friday. But we shall see. But just remember, it's Valentine's Day coming up, and we will be doing the Valentine's Day shout out. Go to selenathomas.net and order your shout out for your loved one. Okay, so girl.
Yes.
You and all of this goodness going on over here. All right, I got my coffee. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for
what I should have did. I should have made me some coffee so we could really have a fireside chat. But I got some water, so
you already do not need coffee because you is on it like this. I don't know if we could take you if you was on some caffeine.
I can chill. I can relax. I'm not always so extra. That's just who I am, though.
That's who I have become myself. I have become the extra person. My children be like, Mama, why do you have to be so extra? And I don't know, because I'm just walking and embracing who I'm becoming. And if someone feels like I'm too much for them, that's okay. I'm not your person. And that's all right if I'm too much, but I'm going to be extra.
Yep.
We're just going to be extra. We're going to spin around. We're going to be happy. We're going to drink coffee, drink water. We're going to smile. We always smile.
It is what it is.
Snotting and crying, and somehow I will manage to smile through that. So we need and appreciate people like you. Like you said, you've been a curvy girl. Maybe not was always the favorite choice of the boys or whatever. Them jokers, like, they probably looking at us now saying, ooh, I wish I would have. You sure
It's
can't.
always like that. Once they grow up, they get some sense.
Ain't nobody got time to stick around until you get your life together. We moving on with things.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm. And so I am going to have an episode soon
Okay.
on the surgery. You know, everybody
Mhm.
want to refer to it as the surgery. They want to
Mhm.
identify you as, oh, she had that surgery, as
Mhm.
if it's some easy thing to do. Even if you have surgery, has anybody
Oh
had
yeah.
surgery that's acting like that's easy? Even when you have the surgery, you have
Yeah.
to have a mindset shift. And so
Yeah.
I thought if I lost weight, that I would be more accepted by people and by family,
Mhm.
friends and men and all this kind of stuff. It didn't
Mhm.
work. Like you said, when we started, it's got to come from within. You could do
Yes,
everything on the outside.
this is
If that
true.
inside is messed up and tore up from the floor up, you still
Yes, ma'am.
mess. And so I was tired of being a hot mess and I decided to do something about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I did
Yes.
surgery. That didn't work. That almost took me out. I
Oh
almost
my
killed
gosh.
trying to
Wow.
be what I thought people would accept me. Like I tried to be
Right.
what I thought they wanted me to be so that they would accept me. And they still
Yeah.
don't. They either love you plus size and all, or they
Yeah.
don't. But the
Right.
person in the mirror has to love you at all stages.
Yeah.
Because I've
This
been
is
playing
true.
with that AI. That AI got me looking young and thin and all this kind of stuff. That's not my reality, girl. You got to love
Yeah.
yourself right where you are. And we're
Yeah.
speaking to whoever is listening live and the replay. You need to
Yes.
love yourself at all phases, at all stages, even when others don't.
Right. Right. And one thing that kind of stood out to me when I did the first confident conversations, when people were being very transparent about themselves, it is definitely a choice to change. If you're going to work on your confidence, you literally have to make the choice that I want to be different. I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm tired of feeling depressed. I want more out of my life, but nobody can change that but ourselves. And so that's when the affirmations came in. And even if you just say the same thing every day, even if you just choose to make sure that you take time to pray every day, even if it's just something, it doesn't have to be elaborate. It can be something as simple as, God, I want to be changed. I want to begin to love myself because I don't, or I never have. Or, you want to be healed because maybe somebody bashed you your whole life. Maybe you were in a bad relationship and they told you weren't pretty. They told you to have worth. It takes a lot to kind of pull yourself out of that. That's why I shared that I couldn't do mine on my own strength. I had to rely on God's help because I felt that I was really far gone. And I felt like I literally just woke up one day and was like, you know what? I do have worth. I am better than that. And I'm going to do better than that for myself. And it was a journey. It didn't happen instantly, but it's how I carried myself is how, and again, confidence comes with a choice. You have to make the choice to change and want better for yourself. And it's not, let me put on some makeup. It's not, let me put on some cute clothes. Like you just said, if you're still broken inside, that's not going to help who you are overall.
Mhm.
So, sometimes we got to do the work. Sometimes we got to go to therapy, and that will help build your confidence because, therapy does help, and I'm an advocate for, I got God and therapy, honestly, from my life. And that has helped me tremendously
I
with
got
my
God,
healing.
therapy, and medicine. God, therapy, and medicine. So
Yeah.
and anybody can be ashamed of things if you want to, but the only thing that should be lifetime is God in your life. The
Yeah.
other things you may need it through a season. People go through grief, they lose loved ones, and
Yes.
friends and family try to tell them how long they should grieve. Girl, you should be over that by now, or that shouldn't affect you the same way that it did
Mm-mm.
5 years ago. But it's everybody's personal journey. And
Yes.
they may need therapy longer. They may need
Right.
different types of medicine. It doesn't mean
Mhm.
that they're crazy. It just means they need some medicine. You don't
Yeah.
tell anybody that they're crazy for taking a Tylenol when they have a headache. So why would
Right.
you do that when someone has any type of mental issue that
Yeah.
they need help with? And so that's why we are here. for many different topics, but one of them
Yes.
is mental health for sure. Another
Hmm.
one is suicide awareness. Another one, breast cancer awareness. Another one, domestic violence awareness. Any type of
Yes.
awareness, I am here for it.
I
Anyone
love that.
testimony, I'm here for it. Like, it's hard to just hone in on what Conversations with Celena is about. Life.
Yes.
It's about life.
Right.
You
Right.
know, life
Yeah.
topics. That's the best way I
Hmm.
could tell it to you.
Hmm.
And so I'm sure people look and they try to judge you. As I was talking to my friend, I had two friends I talked to today about being out in the open. So one of them was like, "Girl, what's wrong with my head? See, I ain't even worried about this because my confidence coming from within. My head be looking a mess.
Come on.
I cannot get this afro to act right here lately." But I just happen to look down. I'm always looking lopsided by the head. Um, so one friend was talking about, well, actually, now that I'm thinking about, both of them want to be in the background. One of them is like in the spotlight, but don't want to be in the spotlight, and the other
Mm.
want to be in the background helping. It doesn't matter where you're placed.
Yeah.
The importance is still the same, because
Hmm.
we can't be here without somebody in the background doing something in order to help make it happen. But
That's
all
true.
on deck is important. And so it was like we were just talking about how when you are in the spotlight, even
Hmm.
if it's on a platform like this, there's so many critics. Did you see how her hair was? Did you see that makeup that didn't even match the color? Did you see how much weight she done gained? Did you see how much weight she done lost? Like, you're just under
It's
the,
always something.
it is
Hmm.
always something, and you
Hmm.
have to be ready for that. And like you're saying, this is why it's important to have God, therapy, confidence from the inside out. That way,
Yes.
whenever the person that was hyping you up is trying to tear you down, it doesn't even phase you one way or the other, because you didn't need them to validate you.
Yeah.
When they try to come and criticize you, it's like, that's your opinion. And that's
Hmm.
all it is your opinion. As long as you don't let it settle in your spirit to make you start feeling the way that we used to in the past. Because like
Yes.
I said, if you're in a bad relationship and they're talking about you and they're criticizing you and they're putting you down, you know, then you start to feel that way about you, and you're in a process of building yourself back up, trying to recover from all of that foolishness, you know, just
Hmm.
because they didn't feel good about themselves. And girl, I'm about to let you talk because I done took over. Go ahead on, girl.
I was just gonna say, I think we, if anyone is aspiring to become a entrepreneur or an author or any of those things, to go after whatever dreams, God, or visions that God has given you,
Mhm.
you definitely have to have the mindset of, this is what God gave you. And I think I gave the example in the Confident Conversations that, sometimes we get so looped around, what everybody else is doing, and comparing ourselves.
Mhm.
And you can get down that rabbit hole of comparison, and it can be very toxic. But
Mhm.
you need to have the choice. I mean, make the choice to say, you know what? Yes, I'm selling t-shirts, and I know Celena is selling t-shirts, but guess what? And our brands really are parallel. We talked about that too, but they're unique because we're unique, and God made us different, and it's never going to be the same. So never let somebody else's, whatever they're doing, take your shine away. Do what God told you to do for you, because it's still going to touch somebody. Maybe my delivery may impact someone's life differently than Selena's does, and vice versa. But that doesn't mean we don't have purpose and validity in what we're here to do. So
Mhm.
I just want to encourage whoever it is, like so many people that I know personally will fall back and be like, oh, well, I had this vision or this dream, but I don't know, so and so selling their shirts and their brand, and they're on this and they're on TikTok Shop and all that other stuff. So what?
Mhm.
So what? Do what you're supposed to do. I don't care if you start out with just a few sales. If you know that you have a vision, one thing we don't want to do is leave her empty. I'm not leaving her empty. I am determined to do whatever God has given me to do, whatever He's shown me that I am capable of doing while I yet have breath in my body, especially because I almost didn't live to see my 50th birthday or even to
Say
launch Confident Diva.
that. Say
Yeah.
that. We was
Mm.
almost not here. And when people see you still doing it, they're like, why is she still doing that? It's still in the same place. It may look like it's in the same place to you, but God is going to honor our dedication when only one person showed up or no person showed up.
That's right. That's
It's like,
right.
are you going to continue on? We tried to do a live last night and I was echoing and was it last night? No, night before last. We were
Hmm.
echoing. I was like, what is going on? And
Hmm.
Jay could tell you the other day I sent the radio segment in, nothing played. And it's
Wow.
all a test to see how bad do you want it. And I was telling my friend, I say, we don't promote ourselves the way that we should. The people that are growing, they're not afraid to say, this is who I am and this is my brand, because the fear of rejection. I think that's a lot of times the reason that we don't move forward with those dreams that God give us, because He gave it to us 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years
Yes.
ago. And then we see somebody else moving because you didn't move on your assignment. It
Yes.
didn't to you.
Yes.
And
That's so true.
it
That's so
changed
true.
just because you didn't do it. But God had to move it on to somebody who was willing and ready to
Mm.
get on the ball with it. Doesn't mean that the vision is different for you now. And
Yes.
so I think about this. And so y'all prepare to be sick of me. Okay. Just prepare
That's right.
sick of me, because Coke and Pepsi don't have a problem promoting. And
That's
they
right.
same thing. It's a soft drink. They have water, they have juices, they have energy drinks, both
Yep.
of, but do you see either one of them backing down? No.
Nope.
They keep coming with a new something, with a
Listen,
new something.
baby, all gas, no brakes. And that's literally how I've been since I launched. Like, I am my own social media person. I create my own graphics, which I know you can relate to that too. I do everything. It is a one woman show with God. It's like, come on, Jesus. I literally sit here sometimes till 3 a.m. Like, if He gives me a vision for a t-shirt and I'm designing it and I'm doing this and then I'm throwing it on the website. Like, I'm just so driven. Especially, I think it's because the fact that I almost lost my life in a car accident the day before my brand was supposed to come out. Even my bishop told me the devil knows what God had in store for you, and he was trying to stop it. But nobody's going to stop God's plan in my life, not even that car accident. And so, because of that, and it's not always easy. Please don't misunderstand that it's just been roses and butterflies since I launched. Baby, listen, it has not. But I feel like my determination is what keeps me going. Do I cry and have like days where I'm frustrated or nervous or scared or I can't figure it out? Absolutely. But I dry my face and I say, I got to do this because somebody is waiting on what my brand represents. Somebody wants to be encouraged. Somebody might be so broken that I may get on the live and share what they need, or post something that they need, or they want to buy a shirt that resonates with how they feel, something such as this. You know what I mean? Somebody might want to wear this until they believe it. That's what I told somebody once at a vending event. They were like, well, I don't, I love your brand, but I'm not a really confident person. And my response was, how about wearing it until you believe it?
Mm-hmm.
Because the more you see something and the more you speak something, it will eventually become you.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was like, wow, I never thought of it like that. And I believe she ended up buying like a baseball cap at the vending event. The same lady that said that. And she was like, okay, I definitely see what you're saying. So she's like, if I'm having a bad day, even if I put my Confident Diva hat on, it may change my mood. It may say, oh, let me leave the house feeling a little better about myself today. It
Mm-hmm.
makes a difference. It does make a difference.
It does make a difference. And people post in people's lives. I don't think we really realize the impact that's being made. It only takes that one scroll, and you're saying, get up today and do something that's
Yeah.
going to make you proud, your future self proud, or make God
Mhm.
proud. That'll be like, you know what? Let me get up from here and watch my
Yes.
go on about my business. And you've done it for so many people, but they
Yeah.
may never come and tell you. So when
Hmm.
you're over there crying, you have to encourage yourself and say, I know that somebody is out there waiting on me. I know that I'm assigned to someone today to bless them with my words, because sometimes you do it and you be like, nobody probably needs to hear this. And this is the very time somebody called me and say, oh, Miss Sunshine, I sure needed that today. Oh, Miss Sunshine, you know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
blessed today. And for me, you start to have a little bit of self-doubt. Like, Lord, am
Mm.
I really doing what I'm supposed to do? And the
Mm-hmm.
answer is yes.
Yeah.
We say with our mouths, as long as I help one person, until that's all that show up and you get one sale. You get one sale, you be like, well, I said that, but that's not what I meant. So you got to be careful what you speak out of your mouth, because if that's
That's
what
so
you said,
true.
what you get, now
Yes.
you're going to frown on it. But you said, if I just help one person, that's not what you mean. You want to
Right.
leave empty. So you want to help as many people as you can on
Mm-hmm.
this journey. If you
Yes.
went through all of that hell, you want somebody to benefit from
Mm-hmm.
everything that you went through. You want somebody else to learn that lesson before they walk that same horrible path that you had to encounter.
Yeah. 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 And I just believe that and I know you do too, and I know those that are watching believe this too, that, sometimes we go through very hellish situations that we're like, man, but we make it to the other side of it. And, of course we feel like, wow, I never thought I would get through that. Or we look back on our lives and feel like we would never get through something. And then boom, it's almost like orchestrated that God will allow you to bump into somebody who's going through the very thing that you came out of. And that's always purpose. But it don't feel like it when you're in it. Like, we all know that, child. It don't feel like when you're in it. But I always know there's a reason for everything that we go through. Everything, good, bad, or indifferent. And we have to be willing. And again, I don't know what people's faith and beliefs are, but I believe that God gives us assignments, and he gives us things that we have to go through, and tests that Lord, I'm talking about my current situation. He gives us tests that we have to go through, and he's going to give us the grace to see it through, even though we have our moments where it doesn't feel like it at all. But we have to continue to keep the faith and trust that everything that we're going through, it definitely has purpose.
Mhm.
And we're going to be better because of it. And that is literally my story for my life. And I'm grateful that God is allowing me to use the vision of Confident Diva to pour that into so many people. And I'm absolutely going to continue. And again, Celena, man, I'm so glad that we met. Like, what are the odds? Like, she's in Iowa, I'm in North Carolina. We've never met in person. And from one comment on one of my posts, like, I feel like we are going to have like a lifelong sisterhood. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, we have a lot in common. I love talking to anybody I can talk about the Lord with, though. Like, that's just my zhuzh. So I am definitely appreciative to you for this opportunity. And anybody that's watching, if you are all about like anything inspirational, as far as your merchandise, your clothing, definitely check out the confidentdiva.com website. We got a lot of things on the website that are affirmations, that are like this sweatshirt I have on today. More self-love, sis. I get stopped so many times when I wear this shirt. And then, it has Confident Diva. Oh, yeah, it has Confident Diva inscribed on the arm over here. So it comes in different colors. Go check it out. We have tote bags and throw blankets and pillows for your home decor. And of course, t-shirts, hoodie, this hoodie weather in a lot of places. North Carolina is still kind of unseasonably warm right now. But I know that there's a lot of places in the U.S. right now that are still kind of cold. You can throw a hoodie on and rock your confidence. That's our hashtag for my brand. And, somebody asked me in town, well, what is...
It's cold, child.
Oh, yeah, I know it's cold in Iowa. You need to get you a hoodie. Forget a t-shirt, sis. I know you said a t-shirt.
I need to get a new address. It's not a hoodie. I need to get a new address.
Facts, because I'm from Ohio originally, born and raised, but I do not miss winter at all. I've been in North Carolina it'll be 10 years next month, I think. And I don't go home unless it's like May through September, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't fool with it. I can't drive in it anymore. I just don't want to. So
Mhm.
yes, yeah, for sure. But yes, guys, definitely make sure you go check out confidentdiva.com. Make sure you're following us on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok under Confident Diva, and confidence with a K. But we're on all three platforms. Make sure you're following us. There's some good things coming. Um, I don't know if Celena had to ask me anything else, but I was going to tell you about the first leg of our beauty brand that's going to be launching hopefully in the first or next quarter. So yeah, that's coming too.
Yeah, girl. You know, I told you we having a conversation. I don't have interviews. I just have conversations and
We
how
just having a chat. We just chatting it up.
we just chatting it up, you know,
Okay.
and I think that's what makes it so real whenever it's not
Hmm.
all scripted and all.
Yeah.
You want to stay focused, and I had got to where I got away from like vetting people, right? And so I had this guy on, and he was kind of talking a little crazy on conversations.
Uh-oh.
I was like,
You had to reel them back on in.
"Girl, you gotta get it together over here." So I had to grab my mouse, and I was like about to end the stream. I'm like, don't forget, you still in control of you still in control of what's going on. We just have to end it real quick, like so. So
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
yeah, we just having a conversation and sharing what Confident Diva is about, and in
Yes.
the process, helping others understand that even though you see people on TV, you hear them on radio, you see them
Hmm.
on social media. This thing is not easy. It's the thing
Hmm.
called life. And
Hmm.
just because you see people with t-shirts and bags and throw pillows and things like that, it doesn't mean that their journey is any different than yours. If anything,
Yeah.
it's harder because
Yeah.
they're trying to juggle a family, a job, and their business or their
Hmm.
platform or their
Hmm.
brand. And
Yeah.
you will be tested to see, are you really going to hold out?
Yeah.
Because your change is going to come. I look
Hmm.
at some of the people who are truly consistent with it, and it don't take them long to go up, but it's the consistency thing. And
Yeah.
that's the hard thing because everything that could come up against you is going to
Yeah.
come up and test you. Oh, TJ, like, don't forget to remind your audience to join Sunshine on Sundays, NOLA FM 100.
Oh, okay. Is that on online or is it local?
It's
Is
online.
it,
Girl,
oh, okay, okay,
it's online right now. My life
okay.
is virtual life. I'm living that virtual life.
Got to anymore. I mean,
I
that's where it's at. Yeah.
That's the best way to reach people because
Hmm.
how else would you and I be able to connect? You know,
Right.
have to
Right.
be in North Carolina, or you would have to be in Iowa. But social media
Hmm.
and internet, it just makes it for the reach just to be like unlimited. Like the
Yeah.
sky truly is the limit. So,
Hmm.
I'm glad about that. But yes,
Yeah.
Sunshine is on NOLA FM 100 Sundays at 7.
Okay.
I even have some stuff that I want to do in between that's not on Sundays. And I'm just thankful for TJ for giving me that opportunity. Oh yeah, I already got that covered. He talking about he inviting you to be the co-host. Look,
Oh.
listen, I'm already finally a step ahead of TJ Child. I'm already a step ahead of him on
Oh,
that.
wow. Yeah, we'll have to chat about that. So you can
Yeah,
tell me more about it. But yeah, let's talk
yeah.
about it.
I know we're gonna have to do that. So y'all be sure to
Okay.
come on over there, NOLA FM 100. Get you a gumbo pot of music.
I'm all about music, all genres, pretty much. I'm
And
here
that's
for it.
what he has is all
Yeah.
genres of music.
Okay.
So,
Yes,
uh,
definitely.
so you were talking about the makeup being
Yes.
launched.
Yes. So, like I said, initially when I got the vision for Confident Diva, I definitely was like, when I looked at the whole, what am I passionate about? And what I was like seeking God about, like, what direction should I take? And I was like, first, this is going to crack you up. First, I wanted to launch a wig line because one thing about me is I love wearing hair. I will change my hair every week if I could.
Girl, send me some hair so I can have a different look over here. All I know how to do is braid mine down. So I braid it down, put me a stocking cap on, and throw me a wig. I haven't had a wig on in years.
Uh-huh.
I just been wearing this natural fro, but I need a new look.
Yeah.
And Diva, help me be a little bit.
Listen, so I'm natural too at this point, but I just keep it crocheted or whatever. And so, but once I looked into like how much it costs to start my own wig line, yeah, I was like, oh, I don't have that. So let's move on to something else. So I remember I was scrolling on Instagram one night and I saw some girl post, start your own lip gloss line, da 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 da. And I was like, oh, I love lip gloss. Maybe I can do that, right? So that's when I was kind of like, okay, I'm going to launch my own makeup line. So I started looking into that. And so I'm mainly going to focus on lashes, like lip gloss, lipsticks, eyeshadow, keeping it kind of right there. And so the first thing that's going to launch is going to be the Konfident Diva Luxe Lashes. And so that's coming soon. It's in the works. Got my samples in, and it's going to be available by pre-order. So that's coming soon. Hopefully, let's see, this is February. At least by like early spring, we will be starting. That's the goal. Our pre-orders for our Luxe Lash line, and it's been super fun because I love wearing my lashes. So of course, I'm wearing them and trying them to see how I like them. Got some friends that are going to be trying them so they can give me their honest feedback. Because my thing is this: I'm very, as you can see, the name Konfident Diva, which my friends named my brand for me. I'm going to tell you that story in 1 second. So, because I am a diva, I wear lashes every single day. So my thing is, I would never sell something that I wouldn't wear myself. So it's got to be on point. They have to have great quality and things like that. Because one of my friends told me before I launched my brand, she was like, because of who you are, like everybody has a silent expectation for your brand. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, oh, everybody's looking for the foo-foo, the fabulous, the this, the that. You can't have step. And I was like, no pressure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I see where she was going with that. Like people are expecting it to be, kind of top, not, top tier, top notch or whatever. So I want to make sure that people can feel that when they get these lashes and because they know how I roll. So I definitely want to exude that in the brand. But when I was thinking about a name for my makeup brand, I ended up sending a text message to about 20 of my friends. It was like a blast group text, and it just says, send me the first 3 things that come to mind when you think of me. And I sent it to everybody with no explanation, no nothing. And as they started sending the 3 things back, I was kind of ticking them on the notebook. And the most, the ones that were like duplicate, I started counting those. And, things came back like loving, encouraging, inspired, whatever. But Confident and Diva came back the most. And that is literally how my brand got its name. And I of course used the K because my name is Kira, and I just thought that would put a cute spin on it. Mm-hmm. And so that's literally how my name for the brand became to be. And I just wanted it to be something that represented who I am, and who else to ask but people who know you, grew up with you, are always around you, to tell you the truth about how they see you. And that's what I wanted. So yeah, that's how it became.
I love that. I've made that post before. I don't know, I was in a training class or something, and it said to do something like that. Ask people to give you like the first 3 things that come to mind. Because I'm trying to think of a name for our virtual meetup group, which is
you were telling me about that. Yeah.
So I went ahead and decided on a date. I don't have a name, but the date is 2/24/24.
Okay.
And it'll be our meet and greet, and I'm wanting it to also be meet and greet and a vision board event.
Okay. So who's it going to be? Who's it going to include? Like just women or entrepreneurs?
See, that's my thing.
I'm just picking your brain.
All inclusive, right? Like I'm all inclusive, and I didn't want a name that would exclude anybody. So I didn't want to say for business owners.
Okay.
It's not for just business. It's because we are all separated and all across the country. So it's a way to come together and meet monthly, because that's really how Conversation with Celena got started.
Okay.
kind of a meetup. It was a virtual meetup group. It was in the pandemic. So April will be
Mm-hmm.
number 4. April will be year number 4. And because I told you I was a nervous wreck. I didn't know what was happening during the pandemic. So I'm like, what am I
Right.
going to do with all this sunshine? I need to get, I got to do something. And
Right.
so we started meeting in the
Okay.
group, and we would do sip and paint book club, like a pamper me party. Everybody would bring their little pamper stuff, and we would sit there. We would even do like show what you're eating, just like you would be at the restaurant. Girl, what did you order? We were like,
Right.
this is what I got right here, and we made
Yeah.
it. And
I
it
think
was
that's cool.
so it was weekly. And one girl, she was like, please don't stop. Like, I really look forward to this, but
Yeah.
sometimes you just got to change directions.
Yeah.
And so we changed directions a little bit, and I started doing just hey sunshine, on YouTube or wherever I was at. And I was like, I don't have any followers, so let me go over here to Facebook and just try to be encouraging during this stressful time.
Yeah.
And really how it got started. So I'm thinking I kind of want to go back to that beginning.
Okay.
And just have a variety of things. So if whatever we're doing this month, if it doesn't really interest you, like, I don't want people not to attend because I want them to look forward to it, but you might miss a month or two because it's like,
Right.
I don't think I want to do that. Like, this month is going to be meet and greet and hopefully the vision board. I'm just looking for somebody to facilitate it because I want to be in the audience. Like, I want y'all to tell me what I need to do. I haven't done mine yet. And so I don't want to be the one to facilitate it. I want to be in the audience listening. Okay, now you need to do this and do that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I like this. I want to be a participant.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Love, live, shine. Okay. Hey, Miss Teresa.
Hi, Teresa. It's one of my friends here. Thanks for popping on.
Yes, thank you. Teresa. Be sure to share the video.
Yes, make sure. I know she always shares. She shares everything, so I know she'll share it. Thanks for coming on, Trish.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I'm not a vision board expert, so I wouldn't be able to facilitate that, sis, unfortunately. But you do something else that I'm good at, then I may step on up. But that ain't that ain't it.
You have to tell me what you're good at. So but I also want to have like what do you call, like a summit type thing where people sign up and we have different speakers. So like you will be a speaker, and then have another speaker, and then on some of the platforms, you can have breakout rooms. And so if you sign up for the rooms that you want to be in. So like it'll be a speed dating type thing, like
I got you.
Room and a speaker in this
room.
Oh,
I already know what you can put me down for, but we'll talk about that later because me and you have already talked about it.
Yes.
So yeah, so I'm really like pouring into that area of my life a lot here lately, as far as entrepreneurship and startup businesses and things like that. So yeah, I think that's a great idea. Hi, Terry. Thanks for joining.
Yes, Miss Terry. Thank you for joining. Hey, Miss Irma.
Good evening. We 49 minutes in. People the party is just getting started. I don't want to hold the people all night, but thank y'all for coming in. It's
y'all.
Good conversation for sure.
Just relaxing and talking, chit-chatting.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, like, whenever you're putting on lashes, because I'm kind of new to this kind of stuff, but do they normally like take your own eyelashes off? Do you lose eyelashes when you wear lashes?
So, in my experience of wearing lashes, there's different types of lash application that's out there. So look at me. I'm not a professional. Let me just disclaimer that on Facebook. I am not a makeup artist. I am not a professional. I just wear lashes. Okay. I had to put that out there. So, but I have experience getting so I call them clusters. So you can get them glued, you can do them yourself, or people will glue the clusters on. And most of the time you see people's lashes looking like a big caterpillar. That's what they've done. Just the clusters close together. I did those for a while, but in my opinion, those are definitely take your natural lashes away. Like if once those were gone, I didn't have like nothing there. It was just looking like skin and that's it. So I stopped getting those done. And I just feel like that can't be any good when if I take one off, then you can feel your natural lash kind of come off, and it was pretty painful. So I wear the strips, and that's what Confident Diva is going to have available on our site is the lash strips. And what I like about the strips is that they come in different volumes. So I've had a few people say, well, if you're going to have lashes, I don't really normally wear them, so I don't want to be, the real extravagant ones. I'm like, oh no, I'm going to have, some they're just like, if you want to enhance your natural lash and it just looks like it's just natural and kind of thinned out, but you got some volume there. But then there's me, I want to have some volume, but I don't want to look like I'm about to scare you when I'm looking at you. Mm-hmm. But the lash strips, Celena, that I've experienced do not take your natural lash away because you literally apply them on like right at the natural lash line that you already have. Mm-hmm. And so once they come off, normally people take them off daily. I don't because I'm just so used to wearing them. And the adhesive that I use will keep them on for at least 2 days. And then, because I have my shadow too. But, and then there's also when people literally do the lash extensions and it's like little pieces of hair. It's a very intricate process. And it's very expensive. And I got it done once. Ooh. And I was like, I was all excited, like, oh, these is $150 lashes. They're going to be fabulous. And I got up and looked in the mirror and I asked the lady, where's my lashes at? Like, are you kidding me? For $150, I need to, like, my side profile needs to show that I got these lashes.
I know that's right. $150. That's why I don't get them. That is way beyond.
And they did not, though. They did not. And so I was like, yeah, never again. So I self-taught myself how to do the strips. I went on Pinterest and YouTube and I learned how to put them on the way that I wear them. And yeah. So
YouTube University will teach you anything that you want to know.
Listen, I'm the expert now of lash strip application. Like I've had friends come over and have me put their strips on for them. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. And they're like, you need to become a makeup artist. Perhaps we'll see how that, falls and funnels out. But
that's down the line.
Possibly, because I do love makeup, but and I've done a couple people's makeup and impressed myself. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. But, I just literally pretended that their face was mine. And so that I was like, I'm going to put your shadow on like I put my shadow on. And I'm put and it's normally just like shadow and lashes. And then they do their own like foundation and lip or whatever. But that's all I've done so far. But yeah, you definitely, especially once Katie launches our lash line, you definitely will have to start wearing some lashes, sister.
Be batting my lashes, especially over here in Iowa for my farmer boy.
Yes, ma'am. Get your lash on. I love wearing my lashes. It just sometimes I don't even need to have a full face of makeup. As long as I got my lashes and brows done, I'm good. Like it just enhances your face. Give you that little pop of something,
A little pick me up.
That's it. That's all you need sometimes. And that's what I try to exude to, like. I know that it matters to me when I leave the house that I feel and I look my best. And I had the opportunity, I always share this story too, that about 3 years, no, I'm sorry. It's been almost 7 years now. When I first moved here, I had a part-time job at a retail store. I don't know if everybody's in different parts of the country, but Catherine's, they don't have it anymore. It's a plus-size retail store. And I literally felt like I was in my calling working in that store because I love clothes, obviously. I love fashion. And I felt like it was my goal to help the women, the plus size women. Sometimes, again, you can tell that they don't have a lot of confidence. They're just like, I need some clothes because it's mandatory. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't really come in with an idea of what they were looking for or anything like that. And I just loved like embracing them, like not without physically embracing them, right? Just showing them, challenging them. Hey, let's try this top on with these pants. Oh, I've never really worn that color. Hey, you might love it. Let's try it and see. I said, I think you might love it. With these pants, I would just like encourage them to like go in the dressing room and try something they've never done. And they would just be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is so cute. Exactly. You know what I mean? So, but it takes a person who, like, feels like they can pour into another woman and boost her up and make her feel like she's beautiful. Um, not everybody can do that. Some people, all they can do is pull people down. Like,
And that's what they
really?
love to do. That's what they love to do. I
Yes.
remember my friend, she lives in Texas, and she was definitely, from the two of us, she was the diva. She was
Yeah.
the diva and still is, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so, but just hanging around her, like you said, when someone exudes confidence, you can be in one or two places. They can make you question yourself even more,
Hmm.
especially depending on how they handle you. Or
Hmm.
like you with the ladies coming in the store can pull you up and say, girl, that looks cute on you, girl. And we favor. So why would you feel bad about yourself? If you think I'm beautiful, you're beautiful too. Or if I
Yeah.
can do it, you can do it too. And
Yeah.
so I know she's one of the reasons why I'm here and I'm doing things, and I do feel confident about
It's
myself
awesome. That's
because she
awesome.
encouraged me. Like, and that's what we
Hmm.
need. That's who we need
Yes.
in our lives. Someone to believe in us and push us.
Hmm.
We don't love ourselves until we get to that point. Because I know you jumped on the live the other night. Sebra and I were trying to encourage people to eat healthy from the
Yeah.
inside out. Is how we
Hmm.
become better.
Yeah.
And um, she was just sharing that some people are like, I'm just gonna be fat and happy. No, that don't go together. Like, we
Hmm.
tell ourselves that because we don't want to
Hmm.
put in the work, because I really
Hmm.
sometimes feel like I could just be fat and happy, but I done went through all of this. Like, I have put my body through trauma in order to try to lose weight, only to let my mind make me feel like I'm not worthy. The
Yeah. Or like it still wasn't good enough or whatever.
Yeah, the devil is
Hmm.
like, I'm not going back down that road. I don't live
Yeah.
in a pity party cesspool anymore. And it doesn't really matter if I'm bigger or if I'm smaller, as long as I'm okay in my process. As
Hmm.
long as I don't get comfortable in the unhealthy state, because it
Hmm.
only causes more health problems. Like, you don't
Hmm.
feel good about yourself, then you eat, then you don't move, then you feel sad, then you want to go eat again. I mean, it's just like
Hmm.
a non
It's a cycle. Hmm. It's
and before
definitely.
you're too big, you can't even get up off the bed. Somebody, you're on the next episode of my 600
I
pound
can't with you, Celena. I can't with you. But yeah, I mean, honestly, that is definitely true, and it's definitely a mindset, and I definitely do not judge people's journey, because you don't know what people have gone through in their life that has caused them trauma to be where they are, and even with that, I just try to encourage people to be the best version of themselves in the moment that they're in. And if you choose to be better, then do that one day at a time. But don't beat yourself up for where you are. You just be like, okay, I know this is where I'm at, and I've done it. I beat myself up too, but we have to be like, okay, I didn't, like we always say, this didn't happen today. This didn't happen 20 minutes ago. So it's going to be a journey. But once you make a choice to change the journey, like even in that, I feel like learning how to encourage yourself when you're trying to change is huge. And that's something that I have failed at before. Like, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And then it's like, oh, okay, something happened where I feel like, okay, I let myself down. I don't have to stay there. We beat ourselves up and we're our own worst enemy. But, one thing I've learned that is important, and Tara, my sister girl Tara is on here, is it's so important to have your tribe, right? You can't really exude confidence and be your best self without your tribe, in my opinion. You can walk this journey alone, but it's so much better if you got a tribe that's
Yep.
going to pray with you, encourage you, tell you that, you know what, yep, it's okay. I understand you're frustrated today, but it's going to get better. Like, if you don't have a tribe, like really try to connect to other women who are striving to go the same direction that you're going. I promise you, it makes a difference in your life. Um, you know, not everybody has that. And I get that. Some people, like, I never really had friends, or I don't have anybody that I can confide in or that can encourage me. Then, maybe, like you said, your virtual meetups would be a way to, you know, have another out or another opportunity to do so. But it's so important, and it's so enlightening to your life. Like, it makes a difference. And I'm grateful for, my sister. I'm grateful for people who I have become my sisters. And I know that I wouldn't be where I am today without the people that pour into me. Sometimes the encourager needs to be encouraged. You know what I'm saying? And so that's I just feel like it's all reciprocal. Sometimes you're the recipient, sometimes you're the one that's pouring, but it's still all very, very important in your journey. No matter what that journey entails, it's so important to have that, for sure.
Yes, girl. Yes. Amen. Somebody said in the group, who is that? Because it just says Facebook user. Y'all know that you got to tell me. That might be Jennifer. Let's see what your sister said. Yes, and thank God for my tribe and family that speak into me, especially going through this weight loss process.
Yeah. You got this, T. And I can't wait to join you at Planet Fitness, because I'm coming, boo.
Because
I'm proud of her. I'm definitely proud of her.
And like you said, like, we don't ever know what the other person has been through.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even just eating. It's drugs. I say this all the time. It's
alcohol, drinking, all of it.
Sex, anything. Like, people get obsessed with doing all sorts of things just to prevent them thinking about what happened or thinking about things that they've done in their past.
Yes.
It's a real thing. Like that mind muscle memory.
Yeah.
You have to work beyond that. And I was telling somebody today, they say, this is me, Celena. Is it Jennifer? Because it doesn't say.
Oh, yeah, it just says Facebook user. I see that now. Okay.
Yeah, that's when, because we have a group that's called CWC Healthier and Positive Lifestyle. So if you happen to be in the group and you don't, I don't know, give StreamYard permission or something. Oh, Vanessa. Okay. So we never know why people are doing or living the way that they're living. And most of the time, we don't listen to try to find out. We're so busy trying to judge that we don't know. Like, I've had people tell me, Miss Sunshine, I never knew you went through all of that. Well, I didn't broadcast it. I didn't have diarrhea at the mouth until now, and I still get a little constipated when it comes through, because I'm like, do I really want to say all of this right now? Because you have to be ready for what comes with that whenever you're in your truth and you're talking about it. Because people have the audacity to say things like, well, what took you so long? If that really happened, what took you so long to say something? Baby, you don't even know the journey. You don't even know the things that people have been through, that they're fighting, that they're doing everything that they possibly can to show up for their brand, for their platform, for their job, for their children, for their life. It takes a lot. Yeah. So we do have to be so careful when we're being in that judgmental state. Like, absolutely.
Because if you sit down long enough, you'll realize you don't really have room to be talking about nobody else. You really don't. You really don't.
Just to say all those things, it's a battle, but God.
Yeah, that's right, T. That's
God.
right. Yeah. Yes. For sure.
I'm so glad that you came on with me tonight. I have enjoyed this.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity just to be able to present and make people aware of Konfident Diva. And, there's so many things that and visions that God has given me. And I just am excited that, my scripture for my brand is the one that says, he who has begun a good work in me shall perform it until completion. And, being confident in this one thing. And that is like the foundation scripture of my brand. And I just believe that anything that God gives us to do, he's going to see it through, even when in those moments. I saw a post the other day and I shared it, and it says, we have to learn to trust the process even when it feels like it's not processing. That hit me to my core, because there's many times where it's like, okay, I'm trusting this process, but yeah.
No, I know exactly what you mean, and I'm
Hmm.
just thankful for the people that just reminds me of the impact. Vanessa, one of them, the
Yeah.
impact that I've had on their life,
Yeah.
because, or their lives, her
Hmm.
life, their lives, because it encourages you to continue to press on,
Yes.
and even when it feels like the process is not processing,
Yes, ma'am.
is, and it's working, and it's like, you know how they say only the strong survive.
Hmm.
So really, this journey of entrepreneurship and social media and content creator, you better be ready, because it's not easy. It looks
Right.
easy, maybe.
Right.
Now that I'm in it, it don't even look easy. But some people do make it look super easy, but it's work. And sometimes you get to doubt on yourself and don't know if you're gonna see it through. But you remind yourself, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and you keep going. And like
Yeah.
you said, when you have that tribe that believes in you, that's patient with you, that gives you a level of grace and say, girl, it's okay. They're not gonna let you miss every opportunity. But when it's tough, it's okay to take a break. You just
Yeah.
quit. You got to get back out there. And like with you just working for the company, and now no longer, and having to pay all of these bills and do all of these things. And
Hmm.
man, that's a faith walk for real.
Hmm. I'm walking it, though, sis. Walking it. Got no choice but to trust him.
I know, but do you have any words for anybody who may experience something like that? Like, how
Oh,
do
yeah. Yeah. I mean, so, like, to be quite honest, like, when I started my business, I didn't have a whole lot of money, just like anybody else that is a startup business. Nobody's out here passing out money for you to, hey, you want to start a business? Here you go. Nobody's giving you the money and the funds that you need to do what you want to do. So we can get all excited about, yes, God, gave me the vision. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then you look around like, oh, that's honestly what was my delay in my launch, because I'm like, I don't have what I thought it was going to cost is not what it's costing. And it's like, how am I going to do this? So, I had to kind of reroute. It's kind of like, I'm not going to allow, I chose not to allow any kind of, like, maybe stumbling block, if you will, to stop me from moving forward with what God gave me. And I just want to encourage somebody who may have a business idea, or maybe you started and stopped. Like, it was so funny on New Year's Day. It's like God just led me to like 5 or 6 people, my closest friends who I know are entrepreneurs, and they just kind of sitting dormant on their business ideas. And I just started texting people or calling them, and it was like, okay, it's a new year. What are we doing? What are you doing with such and such? What do I would tell them the name of their brand. What are you doing with your business, such and such? And I encouraged them, and I said, you know, first half of the year, you got from now until June, make 2 goals that you're going to accomplish by June. I don't care if it's, I'm going to look into starting getting my LLC, or I'm going to research how I can, have a shirt press, or whatever it is. Set those goals and start making some moves. It doesn't mean you have to be out here producing and being in everybody's face and selling, but steps matter. You know what I mean? If you just sit and keep it right here, how is that impacting and making a difference in what you should be adding to people's lives? And because that's why we all have a business, to change people's lives in some way, to give people what they're looking for in some way. That is the purpose of starting any business. So I just encourage you, if it's, whatever your business may be, set at least 2 goals between now and June. And, so you can feel like, wow, even if it's something very small, like I said, it could be, if you're looking to make jewelry, like make bracelets, start pricing, like what's the bulk prices of the materials that I need? Like, have you even started that? You know what I mean? Little steps matter. And, Am I going to get a website, or do I want to just sell on Etsy? What platform is going to be best for me? Those little things are goals that you can set and accomplish. Like, wow, I looked into it. It's going to cost me this if I start a website. Now from that goal, you can look into, so how am I going to, what platforms is it going to be Shopify? Is it going to be Wix? Am I going to sell on Amazon? Like, little goals will help you get to the next goal and the next goal until you are actually out here doing what you have envisioned to do. But yes, do something.
Girl,
We see all those posts everywhere. Just start, sis. Just start.
You just did the whole vision board event talking about, oh no, that's not my area. Girl, we could have been doing a vision board right now, do a vision board. Write it down, make it plain.
That's right. That's it's really, that's literally what it is.
I got on one of my Hey Sunshine shirts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's cute. Mm-hmm.
And then my friend got me this Hey Sunshine cup for Christmas.
Oh, that's really cute. That's really cute. So yeah, that would be my words. Those would be my closing words. Like, and I'm sure people look at me like, wow, she decided to launch Konfident Diva and she's doing so well and she's doing this and doing that. And I'm grateful for the exposure and the support that, God has given me with my business. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely not a cakewalk. It's definitely, I may make it look like that, but it's not. There's many nights I'm in here trying to figure out my life. I was self-taught with a lot of what I do on my website and with social media, because I did have people helping me at first with social media, but I could no longer afford to pay them. So I was like, well, it's me and Canva, it's me and my website, and me and Jesus, and we're going to sit here and figure it out. And I self-taught myself 90% of what you guys see. So it's kind of like, how bad do you want to push your vision forward? And I just want to encourage people, don't sit on what God gave you. Just try not to do that. Start small and just keep going, man. And get your tribe so they can push you. Because I'm a pusher. Now that I've been in business for almost 2 years, I push people. Like, if I can do it, you can do it. That's just my thought process. And that's it.
And it's true. And I think a lot of times we just look for so many excuses. Like, you could have easily backed out tonight and said, I got too much on my plate. I'm not going to be able to do it. Can we reschedule? But how bad do you want it? Like, I just believe that if we are faithful with the small, it's going to be the sky is going to be the limit, because God is going to see the faithfulness, going to see you showing up when your plate is full, when the mic not working, because girl, at first you was like, I can't hear you. Yesterday, the night before last, we was working with the echo and going, but it's like, I'm still going to show up tonight. There's no echo. Thank you, Lord. But it's just like, you really have to push yourself, and you have to have people that also believe in you. So I am so thankful for tonight's episode. And we prayed before we went live that the words would bless someone. So if you've been thinking about starting a business, if you've been thinking about going for that promotion, if you've been thinking about losing weight, if you've been thinking about pushing yourself to be more confident, to be more extroverted, like, this should have really encouraged you to go for it. If we can do it, you can do it. People have talked about us. We done been in abusive situations, but we've come out of them all, laid off from jobs. I mean, you name it, it's done happened. But you keep going. People turn their backs on you. People talk about you, but you keep going. The funds not available, but you keep going. So
there's always something you can do. That's my thing. It's not always about money. And when it comes to the business, yes, obviously you need money, but to start, it's not always about money. Like, write down what you want to do. Get on the websites, get on the internet, research. That's what I did. I learned things. I taught myself things. I did a lot of reading, because you can't just jump out here on I made some shirts and they $10 a piece. What is the purpose of your brand? Have you researched how this is going to, what is your target audience? Who are you speaking to with your brand? It's a lot you need to research, in my opinion, before you just get out here and throw stuff at people, and people may or may not catch it. Like, what is she throwing at me? You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that it is something that's has purpose and that is going to make a difference. That's
Mhm.
it. I'm done talking. We've been on here long enough.
Girl, listen. So your sister said, sounds like I'm going to be doing relaunch of JC and me.
Yes, ma'am. I've been pushing you. You know what you got to do. I've told you too. I am I'm the
So,
big sister pusher.
so what is that brand? What is JC and me?
So it is a Christian based brand. And I believe correct me if I'm wrong, Tara, the JC is for Jesus Christ and me, but she spelled the MEI. And a lot of her t-shirts, have the, biblical sayings or any encouragement, and it has scriptures and things like that. I did have one shirt. I can't remember what mine says, but I loved it. I can't remember what it says though, but yeah, she needs, if you feel like you need to rebrand, do that. I mean, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting on? And that's for anybody that's on here. What are you waiting on? And if you're waiting on money, okay, continue to believe God for the money. But what else can you do until it comes?
You do, and social media and the internet and technology is constantly changing, and so
Mm-hmm.
it's important, like you said, to stay on top of it. I know it's so many things. I'd be frustrated trying to get stuff done, and then once you learn it the old way, you be taking the long route. You be going around the world to get across the street, and it's like they got too much available for you just to go right across the street versus going all the way around the world to get across.
Listen,
But
AI is the best thing, and it's the worst if you don't really know how to use it. But AI is literally writing my emails for me for my customer contact list. Like I'll tell it what I wanted to say, like what the topic is, and hit enter, and it'll write something so beautiful. I'm like, yes, thank you, AI. Send.
AI is the best. AI got me looking slim and young and all kind of stuff. I'd be like, "Ooh, child! I wish AI could just come on and do a whole makeover." So your
Yeah,
shirt
that's great.
said, "The Great I Am."
Yes, yep, that's what it does. That's what it says.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
but yeah, I'm telling you, like somebody is waiting on what you have to offer to this world. Like you may not feel that, you may not believe that, but you wouldn't have gotten the idea or the vision if that wasn't the case. So
I mean, and just like right here for conversation with Celena, um, I was looking the other day. I knew you always know there's a whole bunch of talk shows and reality shows and
yeah,
podcasts and all of this stuff. And like we started out, don't get caught up in the comparison trap. You do you, stay focused on what you got going on. But because if you look around, you'll start to say, now why am I doing this again? Because it's a million plus of
yep,
these same things going on. But
yep,
your audience is your audience. And
yes,
as long as you're fulfilling your assignment, that's all that matters. And
yep,
when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. So
yes. Love that scripture.
go
Love it, love it, love it.
level, you will go. And can't
Yes,
no devil in hell stop it from getting there, because what is yours is yours. If
that's
you
right.
stop, if you
Yes,
stop, you 100% will not get there.
yeah.
If you keep pushing and keep pushing,
Hmm.
make sure that you're empty when you leave here.
That's
Period.
right. That's right.
You got
Thank
so
you.
much to give.
Yes. TJ, thank you for posting the website. I so appreciate that. And I wanted to throw this, if somebody could comment, TJ, if you don't mind, or Tara, um, I was going to give a treat to whoever joined tonight. If you guys shopped on the website, if you use the code thank you and the number 15, you'll get 15% off your order. So thank you 15, use that promo code at the checkout and you will get 15% off your order. I appreciate you guys joining tonight and listening to my story. And thank you, Celena, again for the opportunity. I appreciate you. And thank you for everybody who came on. This has been awesome. Yes, that's the
Yes.
code.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you, 15. Well,
Yeah.
thank you all so much. So listen, Sunshine got to do something after we get off. So we're going to close out this one, and then I'm going to go back live again and do the drawing for the business or person shout outs. Confident Diva, she won last week something. She was like, what I won, girl, what I won. I got to go back and look myself, because I get so happy giving things away.
Yeah.
Like it just, because when people win, like you were so excited, you didn't even know what
I
you
was.
in a matter what you won, just to knowing that you won, you were
Yep.
so excited about it. And that's what makes you smile, when you're able to do things and give back, because
Yeah.
people don't have to spend their time. We've been here 1 hour and 19 minutes so
Yeah.
far, and we still have people engaging in the conversation, which
Yeah.
means they love the conversation.
Yes. Thank y'all.
Like, I feel like I could go do some stuff tonight. I feel like pulling out the laptop, going to YouTube University.
Come on. That's what you want to do. Be encouraged to keep going and just be your best. You just want to strive to be your best self. And I'm just grateful that, and when I had that talk last month on confidence in our confident conversations, I had asked the question to some of the ladies, some of the women, who exudes confidence, or what are some attributes that some people have that you wish you had, or what are some people that you look at that are like, wow, they're so confident, I wish I could be like them. And people were commenting me, and I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, that was the biggest compliment ever. I didn't expect that. Like, some people were saying, like, Sarah Jakes Roberts and, celebrities, even, my sister, has confidence and I want to be like her. And so I was just like, God, thank you, because that lets me know I'm doing what he wants me to be doing. So, and everybody has their purpose. Like, just go after it, man. Chase after it.
I mean, even like, I was just trying to think of something like a compliment that I have received. And I know for people who have wanted to start a podcast or a show or whatever, it's like, Sunshine, you don't even know how you help me, because you show up. So you think post that you done drug yourself to do, like, oh, Lord have mercy. Like, I mean, it don't even look like that behind the scenes, because I really do be excited about my affirmations, but you feel like sometimes, is it really helping? That's what the drag be like. Am I really helping somebody? And when they come back and tell you how much they needed it, how much it inspired them, how they were able to go on and start a podcast, or how they have watched you and what you do, because going live is fearful. People are so fearful of going live. And I can say I was too, because you don't have that, especially when you're just going live by yourself. Like, you and I have a conversation and don't nobody never have to show up. But there by yourself and you're trying to keep that conversation going. I remember when I first started conversation with Celena Child, I would be trying to make sure I'm live on time. That's one thing that I did like to do, was start on time.
Yes.
Even a bathroom would call me every time right before I go live. I'm like, Lord, why my body is working against me? But your nerves get worked up when you first started. But when people come on here, they're like, you made me feel so comfortable, and this was so much fun. It didn't even feel like I was on live. I just felt like I was having a conversation with my cousin. And, and so that's what it's all about. But somebody has got to push through the fear. And that's what we have done. We've pushed through those barriers of starting a business with no money, getting laid off from the job, going live, past the fear, and doing all of the things that are uncomfortable, so that you can go back and say, listen, let me tell you, this is not a cakewalk, but we did it. And if we could do it, you could do it, because my self-esteem was this much. Do you see how much that is? I mean, like, non-existent almost.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I wasn't enough, and I didn't feel worthy, and I didn't love myself. And I'm okay sharing that with everyone now, because I feel differently about me.
Yeah.
And I hope that it really does exude from me that Sunshine loves Sunshine. Sunshine loves being Sunshine. Like, my whole name has changed. I still love the Celena, because I'm conversation with Celena all day, every day. But I'm also Sunshine all day, every day. Because I get a phone call, Sunshine, you ain't gonna believe this. Miss Sunshine. And I'm Miss Sunshine at that. I ain't even just Sunshine.
That's hilarious.
Girl, I just tickled that I'll be getting them phone calls. Miss Sunshine, you ain't gonna believe this. I'll be like, Lord have mercy. Look, she say, Sister Sunshine, girl, that's a new one right there. Sister, she said, come on, Sister Sunshine. But yeah, and y'all just don't know. You just don't know when it's in your heart to give back. Like, and it's important sometimes to change your environment, because people try to remember only who you used to be, and they can't see the person that you're becoming. And that will keep you stagnant as well, because if the people around you can't acknowledge how far you have come, they'll help taint that vision for you. Like, I don't need that. I need the people that believe in me and that can see the sunshine that I am now, the Kira that I am now. I need them to see who I am now and not try to remember who I used to be yesterday, because I'm not that person. I'm not even the same person I was 5 minutes ago, because after we finish this conversation, I'm very motivated and I'm very excited about doing something toward my business.
Yes.
If I got to stay up late tonight, I'm drinking coffee over here. You should
Come on.
Y'all better go get
Let's
y'all.
do it.
Look,
Let's do it. Let's get our coffee and do it.
I got the laptop.
Yes.
You got the laptop. I'm gonna take another picture of myself working.
Yes.
Post it. This one we doing.
I love it.
What are you doing towards your business tonight? That's what I'm doing. What are you doing? Look, my laptop.
I love it.
Right there. But so I appreciate you, and I thank you for coming.
No problem. You are so welcome. Girl, thank you for having me.
You have blessed me tonight. Look,
I'm glad. That's awesome.
All right now. All right, Sister Sunshine. Confident Diva. Let me put that back. Yes. So this is where you all go, just in case you're coming for the replay. It's www.confidentdiva.com, confident with a K. And then tonight and tonight only, if you use Thank You 15 code at checkout time, you get 15% off.
Yes.
So y'all come back here, give me about 15 minutes, and then I'll be back live, and I'll do the spinning the wheel for the next winner for Sunshine shout out and Valentine's Day shout out, because that is what we can give now. And if y'all have any ideas for the name of the meetup group, send those to me, because it's a virtual meetup group. It's going to be once a month to get started with. And the topics are going to be wide open, kind of like Conversation with Celena, just offline, because people need a safe space. Like, we call this space a safe space because we're not judgmental, but this is still aired live. And I really want to give people a safe space off of camera to talk about things that they normally don't have the safe space to talk about.
Gotcha.
And it's just different. Like, one day we're going to do vision boards. One day we're going to have speakers come in. One day we're going to talk about a book that we've read. One day, every day it's going to be something else, but you're going to leave better than you came. So if you leave here better than you came, we did our job. Like, this is what we're supposed to do.
Yep. I hope that happened tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope somebody took some gems away from what we shared and poured out. That was the whole purpose of us coming tonight. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. We leaving better than we came tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, because I just said I'm leaving better than I came tonight. I'm rest to go. Eyes rest to go to work, child.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Terry say, how often do you have these conversations with Celena? Miss Terry, that is such a good question. That is a good question. Send me your email address so when I figure it out, you and I both will know.
Yeah, that's my girl Terry. I grew up with her. In my hometown back in Ohio.
So Miss Terry, thing. Sunshine just come back working on consistency, right? This is my transparent moment. We fall off, we get tired, we slow down, we just don't stop, right? We come back because I just can't let this go until she sent me her email address for real. Let me take that back off the screen. I'm sorry.
If you follow her, Terry, there it is. Just follow Conversations with Celena.
Well,
and you'll be able to know what's going on.
Follow me, Miss Terry. That's right. Follow Conversation with Celena. But this is my transparent moment right here. So I want to encourage you, just don't give up, because I've started, I've stopped, I've slowed down, but I didn't quit, because you have to rest. You can't give from an empty cup. And sometimes we try to juggle way too much stuff. You all right over there, Confident Diva? I know you got.
I'm good. I'm good. I just need to go check on my sister real soon. That's
okay.
all.
Okay. What was I saying? No, just don't quit. Basically,
Yes.
I'm saying all that to say, just don't quit. I slowed down, but I'm here on Saturday nights, 7 o'clock Central, and that'll be 8 o'clock Eastern. So I've gotten back to doing 7 o'clock on Saturday nights. I've also gotten back to doing the morning shows where I wake up and I'm like, hey, sunshine, what you doing? And then we have our morning shows. And so those vary from about 5:30 to 6:30, somewhere up in there. I try to do it. So I'm working on my consistency. I'm showing up for my people because this is what I've been tasked to do. And so I'm done with that. But that is my transparent moment that I'm working on it. So just know that we are coming and we come in full force. We got a lineup of people that are coming to share with us.
Yes.
Food, fun, fitness, confidence, so that we can become the best version of ourselves that God is meant for us to be.
Yes.
Then on that, I'm done because Confident Diva done spent her night with me. It's an hour and a half. Her sister is calling, so we got to go. I promise you, we will do this again over here on Conversations with Celena and over there on Confident Diva. But don't forget to go get your gift tonight on confidentdiva.com. Use thank you 15 code, promo code, and check it out. We love y'all so very much.
Thank y'all.
Yes, thank you for coming, for sharing. Go share a smile and spread some sunshine.